So it gets to a time when you have to like abandon whatever you are doing, abandon your personal income, even your income, your source of income. So far, it's not giving you the life you dream of, your dream life. I always advise people like that the highest number of years a young man, because as a young man, a man is a wanderer. That's to some of us that are in science. You hear of the primitive men that they were wanderers, moving from one place to another, gathering food and fruits and eating wild animals. They were wanderers. A young man is a wanderer. You cannot settle down until where you have what you want. You can't settle down anywhere. You can't go back to your village, except if your village, what you want is in your village. I tell my friends like, you no get where you want stay until you find what you want, you really want. Sure you get. You want you plan of settling down in you when what you want is not in you. You have to move from one place to another until you find what you really want, what you actually desire. That's why you see some people like, you see some people starting business, like probably they started a business, or this business, they had a goal, a target, they had visions for the business, and at some point the business is not giving them what they want, and you see them lock it up and move out. And some persons with light brain will like that they don't know what they're doing. They actually know what they're doing, bro. Now you don't know what they do. There's a difference between living your dream and just living. So many of you confuse living a life and living your dream. The essence of life is not to eat and sleep. The essence of life is to pursue your dream, to live your dream. And sometimes when you probably do a particular business, you probably do a particular thing, and 1 year, 2 years is not giving you what you want, you lock it up and go to another place and try another thing. There's no harm in trying. That's why it's always advisable for a young man to try, because at that young age of your life, of your career, you have a lot of time to do mistakes, you have a lot of time to build, you have a lot of time to fail, you have a lot of time to rebuild and regroup yourself. It's not moving, you give it 1 year, give it 2 years. After 2 years, at most 3 years, move on. Locked it up. Because sometimes the dreams, your dream can actually, what you really want, what you are really doing can be a trap. Can be a setup, a trap for you not to achieve your goals. Oh, you'll be scared that, oh, what if I leave this thing? What will become of me? How will I even start again? It becomes a trap. And if you don't get sense, you fall under that trap forever, living from hand to mouth. So the normal time for a young man to like give up on any business or any field is 2-3 years. Once it's not working that interval of time, just lock it up, go to another environment and try again, start again. You still have a whole lot of time. So I had people call me, because certainly I'm a practical student of what I preach. And sometimes even with my wisdom, I do mistakes. Fear, what will become of me? So one day I was like, Dan, were you not the one that started from the scratch? I started it from the scratch. I made it to that point, and it wasn't giving me what I wanted. I leave. So the fear of leaving was always on my neck. So at some point I was like, if you were the one that did this some years back, now that you are more intelligent, more exposed, you can do something bigger than that. Go out and start afresh. So I had calls from friends, I had calls from relatives, loved one. Are you really sure of what you're about to do? And I was convinced. One thing I love about myself is once I'm convinced, not even Satan can confuse me. Whatever outcome, because in every action you take, there are consequences. May nobody deceive you. Even the action of dropping whatever you are doing and focusing on your dream, you go meet obstacles, you go meet consequences. You are going back to square one. You are going back to building afresh. And in building, we don't smile while building. We labor. We shun things. We deprive ourselves of so many things. We deprive ourselves of girls, enjoyment, flexibility, trending clothes. We labor. We put in work in building. So those are the consequences of abandoning what is giving you meal, daily meal, and focusing on your dreams. And I look at myself then. If I am never even scared of death, why would I be scared of the consequences of my action, of my decision? So my advice to, because what I'm actually saying is what is happening to a lot of young guys. Any young man that is doing business, if you are doing business and it's not giving you what you want, because sometimes not as if you are not doing that business, but the locality of which you are doing the business is not moving. Every business have its environment. Every business have its environment. So when the locality that you are doing the business is not working for you, it is normal for you to move out. And normal, I know that everybody would have loved to, but the fear of starting afresh is always a problem that young guys have. But you ask yourself, since you were the one that made it to that point, you can still make it again. So it's better you make a whole lot of mistakes now that you are young, that you have time to regroup, you have time to rebuild. It's not when you have families, you have children, people that will be looking for school fees, house rent, and all those stuff, that you'll be trying to fix up yourself. So you have a whole lot of time now to rebuild and regroup yourself. You are in Akwa Ibom is not working, leave Akwa Ibom. And I want to specifically advise that any young man, is it is working for you, any young man, I will not advise any of my friends to stay in Akwa Ibom. There's nothing in Akwa Ibom, even if you are doing business. It's not working because when there is no even circulation of money, there is no business that can flow there. Money only moves to the political class and they have difficulties in releasing the money. Most of them are not even staying in the states. So when once a particular place you are staying, you are working, the business you are doing is not working for you, leave that place, leave that business, try another thing else. Probably what you are looking for is in another place. So let us not be afraid of starting afresh. Let us not be afraid of regrouping and rebuilding. But do not allow anybody to deceive you. In trying to rebuild, you have to put in work. There are a lot of consequences to according to Newton's law, to every action there is equal to opposite reaction. So make you no go talk say I was the one that asked you to leave your business, that everything will be just no, 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 no. You will actually meet difficulties. But the determination should be bigger than the difficulties that will be on your way. So let's stop there for today. I'll update you again tomorrow.